Hello there, it's Nicole from Loved and Listened To, and welcome to another edition of Mental Health Mondays, the show where I talk to you about a mental health issue and give you some tips to help you deal with that, whatever that problem is. So today we're going to talk about something that you have heard lots of people talk about before. Perhaps you have heard Megan Thee Stallion talk about this. Here is the lyric where she talks about this topic. Right here. I'm a hot girl. I do hot shit. Spend his income on my outfit. I don't text quick 'cause I ain't thirsty. These bitches mad. They wanna hurt me. You have heard the City Girls talk about this. Whoever your favorite rapper is, or some whatever other kind of music you like to listen to, that person, that artist has probably talked about it. No matter who your favorite artist is, whether it's a recording artist, a writer, a painter, or whatever, this topic is so common to the human condition that many people have made art or talked about it in some kind of way. And today, it's going to be about bad friends. Yes, that's right. Today I want to talk about the three, yes, count them, 1, 2, 3 bad friends that you need to go ahead and X out of your life for your mental health. So let's get started. So before we get started, very quickly, if you have ever had a friend in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tell everyone else that you are capable of making friends. This is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart because as a, shall we call me, introverted kind of person, I have always had a little bit of a hard time making friends. And also, since I'm a pretty loyal person, I am a Capricorn, I have all of the reasons to be a loyal friend, basically. Once I make a friend, it is usually pretty difficult for me to just cut them loose. But over the course of my several decades of living, I have learned that there are some people in your life that you just have to let go at some point. And you may be thinking, Nicole, if I get rid of one of the few friends that I have or one of the many friends that I have, how is that positive for my mental health? Well, let me tell you. Actually, no. I'll tell you at the end, after we go through these people that you need to kind of X out of your life. And then I'll tell you why getting rid of these people will be good for your mental health. So let's start with number 1. The first kind of friend to go ahead and X out of your life right away is the liar. This is my least favorite character trait of any human being person. I hate liars. Why y'all be lying though? It is the worst. If you have a friend right now, or perhaps if you are that friend, stop that lying. You know doggone well you're not telling the truth. You stop it. But if you have a friend who is the lying type, that person will never be a really good and true friend to you. Because a liar is a person who disrespects you, the person who is receiving the lie. A liar is the person who disrespects themselves, because a lot of times people don't, like, if this person is a legit liar, they're not lying about like, oh, they like your hairstyle more than they really do or something like that. A liar is a person who says that they will be somewhere or do something and they don't do it. They may promise you that something is going to happen or whatever, and they don't go through with it. heaven forbid you have a friend who lies about like if they need money or if they need help or their physical health or whatever. But a liar is a person who is not at the right point in their life or on their path or whatever that is respectful. So I associate lying with disrespect, and you don't want a friend that is disrespecting of you or your time or your energy, of your friendship. And a lying person is not going to be able to give you the kind of respect and give your relationship the kind of respect that it deserves, or give you the kind of respect that honestly you absolutely do deserve. So get rid of that person. So quickly, let's talk about why a lying friend could be bad for your mental health. If you are a very honest person like I am, or a person who like legitimately like you don't even understand why people lie about stuff so much, that's something that I haven't understood it yet. Maybe one day I will. But if you're one of these kind of people, like the kind of person who is just like, you try to be genuine, you try to be honest, you try to keep it 100 or whatever, and you are dealing with a person who is a liar, it will take a lot of your mental energy. And trust me, I have been friends with people who lie. You don't want to spend your mental energy trying to participate in this kind of situation when there's really nothing you can do. You can't help, you can't fix, you cannot get a person who is accustomed to lying. You can't like make them stop lying. But what will happen to you is a couple of things probably. One, the amount of energy that you put into the relationship will probably be a lot, because it takes a lot of energy to interact with a lying ass person. It just does. And that's like not cool. That's not how you want to use your energy. Number two, dealing with a lying ass person, like your feelings are going to get hurt. I'm sorry, boo boo, but your feelings are going to get hurt. You're not going to know like what is the truth, and when they're talking to you, like after you figure out that first lie, and now it's like, is everything else a lie too? And that's just, it is very hurtful when somebody that you care about, a friend or whatever, lies to you. So if you are friends with a lying ass person, take this as your divine sign to just get them out of there. You gotta go. Let's talk about the second friend that you need to X out of your life right away. The second kind of friend. The second kind of friend is a person who is jealous, a jealous person. A jealous friend is just as, if not more so dangerous than a lying ass friend. And let me tell you why. A jealous friend is, usually jealous people are good at hiding their jealousy until something happens, and then it comes out, and then you're totally taken by surprise. So, for example, I once had a friend who I figured out kind of like later in the game, because again, I try to be honest, and so I don't automatically think the worst of people. Even at my age, I still don't. But I once had a friend who I figured out eventually was jealous of me. And then after I figured that out, when she reacted very strongly and very negatively to a small disagreement that we had, after I figured it out, then I also realized or became aware of other instances where she had lied to me or told people untrue things about me, or just, did kind of ratchet, like under the table kind of stuff, and that was not cool. But all of that was based on a level of jealousy. And I want to tell you this because a lot of people who are genuine kind of heart, like a good person, nice person, you don't expect the worst of people or whatever, it can be really hard for us. I'm putting myself in that category. You could even call yourself naive if you want to put like kind of negative connotation to it. But naive people are people who are genuine. I like genuine better than naive. But people who are just trying to keep just straight-laced, or not straight-laced, but people who try to be genuine, typically, like, it takes a long time for us to figure out, like, oh, you ain't about shit, you jealous and hateful. And we don't always like automatically understand that, dang, like this person who is pretending to be my friend also has negative ulterior motives against me, literally against me, and that's not cool. So if you have a friend who is jealous of you, they could be jealous of you for a plethora of reasons. Some of the reasons that like my friends and I have encountered is like looks. I have a friend who is very, very beautiful. Like she fits all of the current like societal standards of beauty, and some of her friends are jealous of her because of that. She gets attention from men, women, kids, puppies, kittens, everybody. Like everybody just loves this girl. She is beautiful inside and out. But her friend unfortunately exhibits some jealous qualities, jealousy type qualities towards her for that reason. It could also be financial. If you, especially if you and your friend kind of started off at the same financial level or in the same job, and you have started to do something else where you make more money, or you are more satisfied, or you're happier or whatever, because it's not always about money, a person can be jealous of you for that reason. It could be whatever. It could be your car, which is the stupidest thing ever to me, but you know, just related to money. It could be your personality. It can be a million other things. Like, I have worked with people that I felt were jealous of me because I knew how to, you know, kind of like soften people, build relationships with people. I don't like people, but I know how to build relationships with people and how to make people feel good. And so I have been hated on, or I've experienced jealousy in the workplace for that reason. And that's unfortunate, but that ain't none of my business. All I'm telling you to do, if you are experiencing any of these types of things going on in your life or at work or whatever, but we're talking about friends, so in your real life, because work is not always your real life. But if you're experiencing any of those things, like these jealous kind of tendencies where your friend is saying mean things to you, giving you backhanded compliments, talking about you behind your back, just doing any old kind of ratchet stuff, you can fill in the blanks, whatever doesn't feel good to you. You know how to use your intuition, don't you? If that stuff is going on, then that is your sign to let that friend go. Bye. All right, so the last and final friend that I recommend that you get rid of to save your mental health is the non-reciprocal friend. So let me just quickly make a little bit of a caveat about this. So a non-reciprocal friend is not, that doesn't mean that they're always available whenever you call them, and they always text you back at the cadence that you want them to or whatever. Reciprocal does not mean like, well, they don't do what I want them to do. Because who are you? You don't control nobody but yourself. That is not what I mean by non-reciprocal. What I mean by non-reciprocal is a person who, for example, if sometimes you need someone to talk to, and this is my biggest example, I've experienced this so many times with people, but for example, there have been times when I have needed someone to talk to, and for me to get to the point to actually reach out and ask for help, it takes a lot. I'm a very like private and like privately, like, let me just suffer alone, let me just be covered in my own misery. Like, I don't like to really tell people when I'm sad and stuff. So when I get to that point, if I reach out, I really need emotional support, right? And so I have unfortunately had more than one friend where if I reached out to them to talk to them, they would sometimes like overtake the conversation, start talking about their own problems, which of course is always worse than mine somehow. Or they would not call me back or not text me back or whatever. But when things were reversed, I was always there to talk to them or meet up with them or whatever. So the amount of energy and care in those relationships were not, it wasn't equal. It wasn't reciprocal, right? Do I have a booger in my eye and y'all didn't tell me? Y'all over here letting me record this video with a booger in my eye. Y'all ain't about nothing. Anyway, so all that to say, a friend who always needs more from you than they are ever able to give back to you, that is a friend that you might consider exiting out of your life. For mental health reasons, it should be pretty obvious why, but let's talk about the why, right? To me, a friend is a person that I am able to, get some level of emotional support from, because otherwise the person might just be an acquaintance or just somebody I know or just some dude or some girl or whatever. But a friend, like, that word is very meaningful to me. So a friend is someone that I am looking to get and give some level of emotional support from. So if you're not receiving it, then I just question if that is even a friendship both ways. You may be being a really good friend to that person, but you may not be getting it back. And in that case, I would invite you to get all of your good energy that you're putting out in this relationship, just pick it up. You can imagine that this is a plate. You're gonna pick up all your little emotional support and all of your little goodness and kindness and stuff, and you're gonna wrap it. You're gonna wrap it up in some foil. This is your plate, and like you do at the funeral or at the potluck or something. If you black, I don't know. I guess other people do this, but you got your plate and you got your stuff on here. You put your foil on it, and then you're gonna take it home with you, and you're gonna give it to yourself. Okay, you're going to imagine that all of your love and care and all of this energy, this positive energy that you've been putting into this other relationship that is never returned, stop giving it away. Don't throw it in the trash. What's wrong with you? Put it on your little emotion plate, and you protect it with some foil, and you take it home and you eat it once you get back home, and you enjoy it for yourself. Okay? No non-reciprocal friends. We can have new friends, but no non-reciprocal ones. Okay? All right. So I hope that discussion and those analogies were very helpful to you. I had a lot of fun making this video and talking about this, and right now I invite you to go ahead and smash the subscribe button, like the video if you found this video useful or funny or whatever. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And until next time, sweetheart, namaste.